Go. Good boy. All right. Today is going to be a fun day. All right, perfect. Well, now that the Taycan is sold and the rest of the fleet is home, I have my 1998 Championship White ITR, my 1991 964 C4 Porsche, and my 1963 Volkswagen Type 1 bus. But have this empty spot for not sure what's next. I've been looking for a daily. I just got rid of my 2024 Taycan Cross Turismo EV. It was an interesting experience, the whole EV thing. I felt like I was missing something or want to experience a different driving platform. I also saw a few homies that had one or two, and they looked pretty cool, pretty fun, but really ended up not being my cup of tea. So here we are. So I'm exploring different platforms. This is gonna sound really contradicting, right? I'm looking for something that's a dailyable, fun, sporty, convenient, I guess. And I say that because the Type R and the 964 have been my daily for the past couple weeks now, and although they are fun, they're exhausting to drive, especially the Type R being so limited and rare. Can't just park it anywhere, can't just get up and go. And then the 91 being on airbags, both seats are on buckets. Super annoying, really, really, really annoying. It can be, right? It takes a toll on your back, exhausting. The radio isn't the best on this thing. Sorry, I got distracted. The radio isn't the best on either one when you want to jam out, listen to some music. So again, right now I am exploring new options, light. And I'm looking at a four-door, oh, well, they're all four-door, an FL5 Type R, Civic Type R. I like them, they're super cool. I seen one recently with a group of buddies. We all went out and I was really feeling it. The lighting is horrible. I was really feeling it. And then, 1 second, sorry for there we go. So then there was the Type R that was, I liked it. It was cool, four-door, modern, speed, a little bit of power, right? You could mod it, and that's about 50 to 55,000, right? And then if anybody has followed me on social media, I love my M3s. I just sold my E36, E46, and E90. Those are the three main platforms I had prior to these, and I love them. They were great cars, fun cars, but it's like playing chess. I had to move those to make room for other stuff that I wanted. I sold the E46 to pick up the 91 Porsche 964, and I sold the E36 to pick this up, and I forgot what I sold the E90 to pick something else up at the time, but so it's between an FL5 Type R, F80, M3, which I wanted a CS, but then I found out there were only 88 made, so I highly doubt that's gonna happen. And then the third one, and I'm laughing, right? Because it's like first world problems. It's not the most convenient, I guess, but I want to try it. I want to experience it. A 991.1 GT3. Why the .1? Before anyone makes comments, it's what I call the poor man's GT3, right? We're not trying to dish out the extra money for a .2. It's a huge significance. So if you have any comments, any suggestions, any experience, right? Moans, groans, and complaints, comment below. Let me know what your experience has been with any of these platforms. Or if you have any suggestions. I've heard some interesting ones that I'm open. I'm open to see everything. I mean, worst case scenario, you don't like it, you sell it, right? Trade up, trade down, move some things around, right? So definitely let me know what you guys think. Today we are gonna go test drive a 991.1. Then later today, I'm hoping one of my buddies comes through and lets me fiddle his FL5 and mess around with it. So we'll try that. And I've driven the F80. A few of my buddies have an F80 M3, and I like them. I know I like them. They're 4-door. They have the power that I want, right? They're fast. They're comfortable. Again, for the 991.1, I am going to try a .1 PDK. I really don't want manual, and I know the FL5 is manual. The F80 would not be manual, it'd be DCT, but I don't have a choice on the FL5 not being manual. I do really like the car, and it'd be kind of cool to like match them, right? Type R for Type R, past and present, kind of what I did with the M3s, right? 36, 46, 90. It was kind of cool watching that lineage. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll be able to fill this empty spot soon enough. Shout out to my neighbor who has a really cool car. This thing is not talked about as much, at least not in my world, but I like this thing. This thing is dope. If you're watching this, kudos. If you guys want to see more content on this thing, we are going to eventually, and by we, Jeff, mess with this thing and get this thing up and going. It runs and drives, not a problem, but we'll get more into details into why I don't use it as much or at all recently, but I'll give you guys a sneak preview. Young whippersnapper. What the fuck is this? I'll just throw it back there. Oh, it fell. Heh. All right, so seats are out. Well, seat is out. I've tricked Oscar at SOS to come pick up his wheels, but that is just a ruse to get him to work on my stuff. Oscar, by the time you see this, you won't realize that I've tricked you into coming to the shop to come pick up your wheels. You can come pick up your wheels, but you're taking this back with you, and the rest of the interior, it's gonna get a nice little update. Hopefully by the time it comes back, the car will be possibly running. So I know it looks like a lot of work, but it really isn't, right, Jeff? Back me up here. There you go. Jeff just gave us the Angela, There you go. Got a second, got a yup and a All right, that's enough acting of me pretending to work on cars, a little bit of dirt. Look, Jeff, I do this now. Little war paint. Damn. Oh, no, don't say that. Oh, fuck. All right, cool. All right, so we're good here. This is done. All right, I'm really excited to play with that, the in-shot, whatever Kevin just suggested. For those that can't see the man behind the camera, Kevin. Damn, I miss this car. I used to daily this thing to college literally every day. I used to drive this thing before I had an F20C or a turbo or anything. Slow as fuck, but such a dope car to daily. I'm just an idiot car guy who decided it'd be fun to take everything apart on the original car. It used to have really nice Alcantara interior that wasn't all dirty and dusty. Carpet was new. All the interiors here, the seats, all that good stuff. But fuck it. We're gonna figure this out. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Stay tuned, guys. So we are on our way. Shout out. Oh, there he is. This thing sucks. We are on our way to go check out a potential daily driver. One of my 3 top choices. Possibly, I'm gonna have to trade in or sell. Is it telling you to go this way? Actually, it's that way. Possibly trade in my 1998 Type R. Unfortunately, it is not a reliable, daily drivable car. Although fun and one of my grails for those who grew up in the 90s, unfortunately, I probably have to let the car go. So we're gonna go and see what the dealership will offer me for either a trade-in or just buying the car outright. So wish me luck, we'll see.
What I feel tonight, everything my baby, and 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 what I feel tonight, everything my baby does now. What I feel tonight, everything my baby, and what I feel tonight, everything my baby.
So we are back at it with a new, yep, pointing at you, my guy. All right, guys, I needed another one. All right, so I needed a daily driver in the weird mind of guys who modify cars. So I was stuck between a GT3. I sold my Taycan. I wanted a GT3 PDK.1, what I call the poor man's Porsche, right? Everyone's get a .2, get a .2. I don't have .2 money. So when it all settled down of the hype of wanting a .1, which I'm still in the process, I'm still hunting down the perfect version of what I want. In the meantime, I still need a daily because the 964 is not a fun daily. It hurts my back, it has bucket seats, it's air suspension, and most of all, it's too pretty to just park anywhere. Now, my 98 Type R also backfired as a daily because it's a rare car, it's championship white. I decided to put a bunch of spoon parts on it, and I can't just drive it and leave it in a parking lot, go to the movies, go to eat. It's only a matter of time. If you know, you know. It'll be gone. So I decided, before I realized and did a little more research, I saw the fun stuff of what this was. And I said, damn, this looks fucking cool. I would love, I saw a few buddies who had GX 470s, and I knew nothing about them. I just thought they looked cool. They looked super dope. I saw some at Spocom. The homie had one. My buddy Bobby's got one. A few friends have it. I'm definitely very, very late to the Overlander scene. I've definitely been missing out. I shame on me because it is super dope. It's like having a Lego and you can just build on it, and super cool. A lot of different parts. So I got this 2008 GX 470. A lot of people have told me it is known as the million mile engine, which is amazing. When I ran into my buddy and I was like, hey, what year? You know, I like your truck. Is it a 2020 something, 22, 21? He's like, dude, it's a 03. Fuck, it's a 03. That looks nice. Obviously, he had all the cool add-ons, lift kit, tires, wheels, so forth and so forth. And I was like, I was like, well, what do these things run for? Like 15, 20 grand? He's like, nah, bro. He's like, I paid 5K. I'm like, so the little light bulb in my head went off, and I was like, all right, I can do this. That was before I did all the research and went out and bought parts. And yes, I bought parts before the car. And then someone told me the downside was 10 miles per gallon. It's kind of defeats the daily driving purposes. But I don't care. This is my first non-slammed car. We're definitely gonna have some fun with it. We're doing a headlight restoration right now. I picked up some wheels, which I'll show you guys in a little bit, but I'll walk you through the car and you can learn with me because I'm definitely new to this platform. So again, 2008 GX470 in my favorite spec color, which is white. For those who are going to comment and tell me, yes, I'm very aware that the paint has a recall, it flakes, it is shitty, and eventually it will need to be repainted, restored. I was able to obtain a one owner, non-flaky, non-chipping away GX470 in white. No issues so far. I'll walk you guys through the inside. Tan interior, not my favorite, but I will say I sorted through a lot, probably the last 3 weeks, because I was in a really anxious rush to obtain one. I had already been buying parts. I'll get in just to kill that noise. A couple things I really wanted was clean interior, obviously the famous cracked dash, which it doesn't have here. Again, not a fan of the tan interior, but I don't hate it as much as I thought I was going to hate it. Love it. Super comfortable. Learned today. I did a 2-hour drive from LA, 2-hour plus drive from LA to pick it up, down and back to San Diego. And Jesus, it was just ridiculously comfortable. I used to think I just wasn't cut out for driving the last 2 years. It's not that. It's driving fucking bucket seats, spoon seats, Recaro seats, Brit seats that had me all fucked up. This thing is like driving a couch. It's like driving in your living room. It's amazing. So again, super dope. We gotta, we're gonna do all the fun mods. Comment below, let me know what your favorite mods are, if you have any experience with this platform, any suggestions, and if you don't, come learn with me because I don't have a clue. This is definitely not my field of expertise. Usually I would clown on people for buying SUVs, anything that can't be slammed. I am totally wrong. I was totally wrong. I retract any dumb statement I've made of these cars. Aside from the gas mileage, which really sucks, it's worth it. Jesus, these cars range between, on the low end, $5,000 to $6,000. On the high end, I've seen them around $25,000 to $30,000. Obviously, those are pristine, low mileage, $80,000, $90,000. But from my research, and I dove into the world of GXs and Overlanders off-road, and these things are good for 800, 900,000 miles. So with the Pad 1, we will be combing through it. I think so far, what do we got to do? Valve cover gasket. What is it? You said the passenger side axle? Right front axle. Valve cover gasket. And the power steering fluid flush. Fluid exchange. All right. Oh, yeah, hood shocks. But overall, good purchase. No issues that we can see so far. No rust. California car. One owner. Interior's mint. No cracked dash. Jeff, what is your 2 cents? Good purchase? Bad purchase? What do we got going here?
That's cool.
You're a fan of the luxury SUVs, though. What does that mean?
It's like getting a 4Runner, but cooler.
Like a luxury 4Runner, right?
4Runner.
Okay. Well, since I'm new to this, I am definitely impressed. Day one, 100 miles on the car, I give it a 10 out of 10, but that can change. And it probably will change because I'm going to be pissed off as there is some squeakings and creaking that I'm not too happy with. But again, it is a 2008. But again, I am super stoked. I'm going to walk you through and show you the wheels that we just had to pick up 20 minutes after the car was picked up. So, walk you through the shop real quick. Working on some few cars, 997 Turbo, never-ending project of my 964. Eventually we'll finish this. And we were able to, shout out to Kevin Lee, who provided me with some, let's see. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Woo. Because around here, we T37 everything. If you know me, you know that T37s is my thing. So, these will be going wrapped in some nice Falcon Wild Peak tires with a nice little Eibach lift kit, or maybe a King's. We don't know. We're still leaning on a few homies to give me some proper guidance and suggestions. But again, if you guys have any suggestions, experience with this platform, which is again very, very new to me, very foreign, not something in a million years that I would ever thought to have wanted. 1 second. Again, so comment below, let me know what you are. Sorry. What your feedback is. I'm definitely interested to hear different ideas, different suggestions. Walk me through it, walk me through your experience, or even if you don't have experience with this thing, tell me what you want to see. Maybe we can build some cool shit together and try some different things. Okay, that was enough work for me because I'm exhausted now. So now we just got to go finish this start this headlight restoration and see where we go from there. All right, guys, stay tuned. I will check you out in the next one. The neck clockwise.
You know, people.
All right, guys, we are back with just a little under a week of ownership of this cool new GX 470 2008. If you know me, you know I am never satisfied with running bone stock for too long. Plus, that wasn't the initial goal for this thing. I personally am not too much of a fan of high cars, SUVs, trucks, not a thing. I did fall in love with what this car can look like and will look like at the end. So with that being said, we did some minor upgrades. So let me walk you guys through what we got going on. So if you all know, we went with the VOLK Racing T37s. Obviously, to no surprise of anybody, if you follow me, my wheel of choice for everything that I have, and my Corolla back there. We'll go through that anyway. So yes, we went with VOLK Racing in the British Racing Green, Emerald Green. Heard people call this thing many different colors. All in all, it's green. Went with, it was bothering me, the polish did not look to my liking, so we went with some brand new DEPO headlights, just an OEM replacement, just really fresh. Also locally to San Diego, great guys over at Dirt King picked up some upper control arms. They're actually having a really cool good discount for July 4th weekend. Also, they provide military discount. So for all you service members, active and retired and or veterans, go get your discount, dude. Why else did you join the Marine Corps? Well, or the military, right? If not for discounts and Applebee's. So we got some upper control arms. We are waiting for Eibach Stage 2 lift kit to come through. And then when I purchased the vehicle, it did not come with a wing. That kind of bugged me. I'm a big fan of wings. Lots of people are not. Personal preference. I also want to switch out the tail lights for the 0304 amber colored ones. A buddy of mine put me on to this product. Let me go ahead and just set this so I can get better footage. Even comes with a light. It is a OEM style. I mean, it's identical, so no issues. Can't complain. Let's see. It's definitely been a fun journey. Again, I didn't say it before, today marks 7 days that I've owned this thing, and I've definitely got some movement going on it. So, all right, let's get back to it. So we are back at the shop. I did not meet my deadline of building this thing in 7 days, but I'll settle for 8 days. JV. All right. So today is roof rack, rear OEM wing, and we do have to make some adjustments to the car. I did not do any type of body mount chop or any severe cutting. 1 second. I took the car home last night. Obviously, I need an alignment, but before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and raise the front just a little more. It is rubbing pretty... Put that on silent. It is rubbing pretty intensely. So for today, we will be back at it. And personally, I wanna cut further above this line and kind of just cut it here. I will be putting the mud flaps back on and also kind of like giving it that design element so it doesn't look so hacked up. So I'll put the mud flap back on, measure it, and kind of give it an angle so it kind of flows with the body lines. Pretty sure there's no more cutting in here. I didn't do any cutting. I am going to mock up the side step here, and I don't like the way this looks. So if you see carefully, that's from the piece. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna mock up the side step and try to trim off that little piece and see if I can retain it. Now it's just really the fine details. Everything else turned out great. Again, Drift King upper control arms. Dirt King. Drift King upper control arms. iBox Stage 2 Pro Lift Kit. We will be cutting the front bumper. Other minor details were the new headlights with the upgraded LED bulbs. Obviously blacked out the grille. Little stuff, nothing too crazy, nothing too serious. Definitely still having a good time with this new platform I'm experiencing. Never been an off-road guy, never been an SUV or a four-door guy, really for the most part. So I'm pretty satisfied how this thing turned out. And well, today we will be tackling, again, it gets repetitive after a while, but watch your back. All right, let's get to this little unboxing. So far, it's looking pretty nice. Again, I'm pretty hyped to see it on there. Yeah, right? What was he said? Okay, it's perfect. Lightweight, which is definitely something I want. And you can sleep. I'll rent it out to you. It's San Diego, 800 bucks. So okay, lightweight, durable. Just got a little minor prepping. It was just that, right? Just the threads. Just the threads. We'll get it on here shortly when we get it back from the alignment shop, and then we'll mount up the wing and cut the rest of the bumpers for better clearance. and make some small little visual adjustments. And then we'll keep you updated on this cool wall we're building. All right, guys, welcome back. We finally finished this project. It only took us 7 days. That was give or take, waiting on parts, but I'm gonna walk you through it real quick. It is finally done. My new to me 2008 GX 460 Lexus in the Blizzard white, which is kind of a controversial color, only because it's such a great color. All my cars are white, as I've shown you before. My white Type R, my Toyota Super paint coat white, Toyota Super A86. But the reason it's controversial is because it has a very, very bad paint job from factory. Not this one exactly, but over time they all tend to flake, peel, and just utterly complete shit. I still ran the risk. My car guy math is if it messes up or starts to flake or peel, I'll just paint it. I'll have to, right? So let's walk you through it. So really cool. A few things that you saw that we walked you through in the beginning was I went and got brand new headlights from DEPO, had them PPF'd. We painted the grille, well, not painted, but plastic dipped the grille black, cut the bumpers, got a nice little paint correction. Shout out to the good people over at IBOC, Stage 2 IBOC Pro Lift Kit. And then you really can't appreciate these wheels unless they're in the sun, and they just look black or dark. But with some proper lighting, you can see that they shine green. We like to call it Pad 1 green, but that is not the color code. It is British Racing Green or Emerald Green, what some people like to call it. Then a few small details that I added were the matching OEM factory sticker, but we did a Pad 1 green on it. Added a TKM roof rack. I went ahead and got a wing. The car did not come with a wing. Own personal preference, I debadged it. Always a pleasure running Falcon Wild Peak ATs. These are 285 on the 70R by 17. The actual rims are 17 by 8, -20. A few small details that I really wanted to get were the raised lug nuts and the raised center caps. I do plan on doing a few more things to this car just because I want to. Not really necessity, but I do want to add a big brake kit. We also went with the Drift King upper control arms. They are local to San Diego. Those good folks took care of us. And this is pretty much how the car turned out. The interior is extremely clean, but we still had it, I guess you can call it detoxed, or our good buddy hooked this up, and I'll be posting all the links to everything we did. Really, the interior I had no complaints much except for a few stains and just oils, natural oils, but it all got cleaned up pretty well. I even went as far as ordering new buttons, new doorknobs, not doorknobs, idiot, new volume knobs. And that was pretty much it. Honestly, it only took us 7 days. Again, we waited on parts, give or take a day, but all the links will be posted in the description. Little homemade bed rack. That was pretty cool. That was thanks to my buddy Bobby. And that's pretty much it. Not much else left to say. This has been a great experience. I redact anything I've ever said about anything larger than a compact car. 4Runners, SUVs, off-road, Overlander, they're all super cool. As you can see, we have another one in here. This is a customer car. And then our very own JV from Pad 1 got a 3rd gen that we'll be also giving a little makeover to. So stay tuned, all that good stuff. We'll be keeping you updated on the Type R, keeping you updated on the Corolla A86, the Porsche 964 will be seeing some changes. We got some pretty cool stuff mapped out for you guys, but this was my current project and we killed it. Myself, Jeff, JV, the whole team really just killed this car. Everybody lent a hand to make sure that I got it done in 7 days, 7 to 8 days. For my friends who know me, yes, I took a little long, 8 days, man. I'm falling off, I'm getting old. So, you know, come by, check it out. I'll let you guys do a little walkthrough before I hang up.